Hello and welcome to my channel. I've been thinking to talk about a very big subject and I have been procrastinating it because it's very complex and difficult. And in today's video I decided that I will at least start talking about dynamics. And I'm going to mention only three exercises today, but obviously I'm going to make more videos about dynamics. Bow changes, string crossing, the connection with your fingers to your bow, and the sounding point, and probably some more subjects. And I'm going to give you three exercises. The most fundamental technique that you need to know at first, according to me, is forte, how to play forte, because this is how you learn what is the connection between your hand to the bow, to the string. Also, you train your sounding point, which is very important. How much can you, for example, play forte without losing your sound by playing long bows like this. So it's very important technique, and from there you can develop all of the other dynamics. The most important thing when you play forte is your sounding point, like I mentioned before. So it's very important to know where your violin sounds best, know which string you should be closer to the bridge or more far away from the bridge, towards the fingerboard. Also, many people think that when you press the bow because you want to play in forte, you actually overpress the string and it's producing a much worse sound than you predicted, because you just want to play forte, but it actually sounds less because you're pressing the string and it doesn't give the string the freedom of vibration. So it's like which is not a beautiful sound. So working on your sounding point is crucial for producing a good dynamic. So the first exercise I want to give you today for dynamics, it's called grand détaché, which means that you have to play with the whole bow and don't lose the pressure, don't lose the strength in your bow, and find your sounding point and just like sound equal, no matter where you are on the bow. And it's not easy. Plus that is going very fast. Sounds like this. And I'm also noticing that I'm losing the pressure of the bow on the top and on the frog. So pay attention when you play this fast bow. Of course you can start a little bit slower first to just learn how your bow and arm works together, because that's also required that you are very free in your arm, shoulder, so that you can have a free movement, because as soon as you tense you will not be able to play with whole bow. If you feel that this is too difficult for you to do at once, you can play slow scales in forte. try to maintain the pressure on the bow, at the same time sound good, proper sound. And the next thing you need to know about dynamic is how to play piano. So when we play forte, we are having like a natural weight on the string, but how do we take away the weight so that the sound will be much less, maybe you can say, but with the same good sound and same core sound, because you don't want the piano to be just like you want to have the core of the, still the chord of a sound, but just lighter. And I do actually the following. I am changing the shape of my hand. So when I want to play forte, I'm more on the string, in the string. But when I play piano, I would usually rotate the bow a little bit, so I will not play with all the hair. And then the hand is getting this shape instead of this, because I want to take away the weight of the bow. And by doing that, it's very important to have these three components, which are your fingers. So the pinky will change a little bit. Since I'm rotating the bow, the pinky will not be on the top of the bow, but just a little bit on the next level here on the bow here. And the thumb has a crucial role, of course, but we need also to lighten it up. And I think the most important for me is actually the index finger, because I am tilting my hand like this, and then the index finger is becoming more like a hook. Even so, you should not hook your index finger, but I mean, in the dynamic of piano, you need to take away the bow up, and this is the only way to hold it without crushing the strings or just dropping your bow. Let's try to see how it sounds if I play on this string. So I'm still trying to produce this core sound. Just to summarize, the three contact points that you need to think about on the bow are your fingers, and that's the pinky, then it's the thumb, which also is changing position a little bit as we tilt the bow, and the third one is the index finger. And as I demonstrated before, on the frog is the most difficult to play. We don't like to play piano at the frog, but sometimes it is necessary. So we are going to train that with exercise, which is called son filet, or 1 minute bow. That's basically Joseph Gingold's exercise. You're putting the bow on a string, and then you're dragging the bow very, very slow. Let's say you start with 30 seconds first. 1 minute is quite much. And then you draw the bow as you feel with your fingers the change that is making as you're moving it towards the top. As I come to the middle, I feel that I don't need to hook my index finger anymore, so it's really making your fingers very sensitive to all of the parts of the bow. How do you need to adjust your hand, your fingers, the lightness. It's almost like you are holding the bow as a feather, so you holding it is stable, but you also not holding it. It's really mastering of your sounds. Some filet is really training the sensitivity of your fingers to the bow and to the string, and making you listen to every second, millisecond of the sound that you're producing, and adjusting yourself to the sound. And don't worry if you are not playing producing good sound in the beginning. That's not the purpose of the exercise. Train on producing the sound, the equal sound on the bow in piano. And also be aware of your shoulder and forearm. Everything needs to be very loose, very relaxed, because if you tense, then the quality of the sound will change as well, and you can hear that. Even when you're not playing exercise, you can feel very often, I can feel when I'm tense, nervous, I tend to hold the bow very, very tense, and then my sound is really losing the quality of the one that I want to produce. That was a lot of information today. I'm going to continue with another video about dynamics. But for now, I want to thank you for watching my video, and give me thumbs up if you like it, subscribe and share it with a friend, and I'll see you in my next video.